G'day guys, I'm out here on one of the beautiful rivers in northeast Victoria this morning. We've had a bit of a dump of rain overnight, and as you can probably see, the river's looking a little bit brown, a little bit discoloured. It's a tiny bit up, but not hugely in flood. But anyway, we're going to have a go today at finding some fish in some discoloured water after rain. So let's see how we go. I'm going to start by just working along the edges a bit and then working my way out into the faster current and just see if I can find if there's any fish there and see if I can work out a pattern of where they're sitting. So I'm starting with a nymph first up. I think there's still enough clarity in the water for nymphing to be fine. If we don't have any luck with that, then at some stage we might try some mops or junk flies. But for the moment, I'm going to try nymphing. Oh yeah, there's a fish. There we go guys, there's the first fish of the day. That didn't take too long. A nice rainbow. There we are, beautiful. Alright, so he was sitting in the not too fast water, just on the side edge, which is kind of what I would expect. Normally if the water was clearer, I think the rainbows would probably be out in the faster stuff. But because the water's a bit discoloured, they probably want it moving just a bit slower so they've got a bit more time to see the food coming. That's my guess anyway. Alright, let's give that a go again, see if there's any more. Yeah, there's another one. There we go guys, another nice little rainbow. There we go. Well, there you go, that's two fish in about 10 minutes or so. So, it just goes to show if it's raining, if it's wet, you don't necessarily have to pack the rods up just because there's a little bit of colour in the water. The fish will still eat. It's just a matter of maybe adjusting your tactics slightly, finding where they're sitting. So this is the fly that I'm using. It's a little pink beaded Tassie Devil. It's got a pink bead on it and an orange tag, so it's got a bit of flash, a bit of colour. I think in these sort of conditions, that sort of thing is probably pretty good. There's about maybe a foot or foot and a half of visibility. If it was really dirty and discoloured, then maybe black might be the best colour, but when there's a little bit of visibility, I like a little bit of flash and a little bit of colour, just to attract the fish. So, let's push on, see if there's any more. There we go. There it goes. A little rainbow. Ah, that's a brownie. Nice. That's a lovely little brown. Yeah, very nice fish. So that just goes to show, guys, I haven't moved more than 5 metres since I started, and that's the 4th fish in about 15 minutes. Definitely not what you would call bad fishing. Certainly not worth packing up the rods and heading home for. So I'll just sort of try to talk you through a little bit about what I'm looking for. Because there's a little bit of colour in the water, there's heaps of cover for the fish. So they're not worried too much about cover. When I was fishing yesterday and it was much clearer, the fish were up in the faster water, but they had a little bit more cover. But with a bit more colour in the water, I think they're sitting a little further back in the pool, just with a slightly easier pace of water, so they don't have to work as hard. They get a bit more time to see the food coming, and they've got plenty of cover because of the colour in the water. So yeah, I think part of fishing after you've had a fair bit of rain is just adjusting where you're fishing. This is sort of further back in the pool towards the back rather than up in the head in the fast water, and I'm just looking for that nice easy walking pace water with a little bit of depth. And that seems to be doing the trick so far. Alright, I'll tie another fly on and we'll keep going. Just to give you guys an idea of the clarity, that log is probably 6 inches under the water. You can see that reasonably clearly. You can see the bottom here alright in probably 30 centimetres. But once you get out just a little bit, it starts to disappear. So I reckon that visibility is at about 1.5 foot. Okay, I've just come forward about 3 metres, and we'll keep working our way up this inside stream. Alright guys, so I fished up to the top of that pool. I started down there where those sticks are, and I caught 4 fish in pretty quick succession. Then I fished my way all the way up through all of this nice looking stuff, all the way up into the riffle at the top and the shelving drop off. Now, yesterday, up the top here, I think, and in the top part and in the faster water would have been loaded up with rainbows. But today, because there's a little bit of colour in the water and there doesn't seem to be anything hatching, the fish are sitting back at the back of the pool in the deeper, easier water. So that's something to think about when you're fishing after the rain, is where are the fish going to be sitting? What's the easiest place for them to get a load of food? All of this rain would have washed a fair bit of water into the river, and at the same time, because there's nothing hatching, there's probably no nymphs or anything coming out of the riffles at the top here. So it makes sense for the fish to be sitting back there at the back of the pool in the deeper, slightly slower water, where they don't have to work as hard for their food and they've got a bit more time to see it coming. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. That's a quick little wrap up on how to fish after the rain. So I've got a little bit of a pattern worked out now. I'm going to keep walking up the river and try to find some similar water to where I hooked those fish before. And hopefully I'll have a good day and land a bunch of fish. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. If you did, give us a like, leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time. Cheers.